Good morning. Okay, so I did have to delay this about 10 minutes because I was trying to figure out how to mail drop some videos that I took this morning. This is in response to Jackie St. Germain and Grish. Jackie did a live a few days ago, and then she took that live stream and broke out a video from her live stream where Grish calls in and makes the owl connection and tells us what the owl means, even though he's going to be creating a video later that explains it. He already told us, but I'm sure his video is going to be amazing. I see that someone was here early and the person Daz says, hey, TCW, first time in your chat. Well, thank you. Welcome. I don't know if you're still here. I know I had to delay it a little while, but say, what do you think of how Tim Jansen flip-flopped again last night on SDS about Wendy saying she probably won't be arrested? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he flip-flops several times. I don't necessarily believe that he has any insider information. I don't see how they can't arrest Wendy, in my opinion. Okay, so I am going to play this video. This is a video I took this morning. And I actually have two more, but I think it's only allowing me to mail drop one at a time because apparently they don't show up in your iCloud immediately. Okay, this location is between Ashford Apartments and the back of Trescott Homes. There's a large drainage ditch. And back in 2014, it was much shallower than it is now. Between June of 2021 and June of 2022, there was a large, I guess, anti-flooding project, if you will, that took place on Benton Road. And then behind the Trescott homes, there was already like a little mini drainage ditch, but that drainage ditch was completely dug out more. I believe at least 6 feet, maybe up to 12 feet. It was dug out. The details are in the City of Tallahassee records. People can go look that up. Also, a large culvert was built at the time. So I am basically videotaping, and I actually have this type of same video recorded and on my channel from last year, about a year ago, because there was a lady named Mrs. Parks who lived in Ashford Apartments, and she had contacted the Tallahassee Police Department, I believe, after she saw the green Prius, the silver pine mica Prius on the news. And that car was put on local news on July 23rd of 2014, 5 days after the shooting of Dan Markel on Trescott. And she called and gave a tip. It's to my understanding that the tip never really panned out, but that doesn't necessarily mean that this didn't happen. Sometimes the police can't really, prove a lead. Okay, but the Mrs. Parks called TPD and said that she had observed two men in a silvery car who had gone behind Ashford Apartments. She saw them park, saw them go back into the wooded area, and they came back, and one of them had something black in their hand, and they were wet from like the waist down. So here's what I recorded this morning.
Okay, this video is,
and I hope you can hear it. Wait, let me start over. I say this video's for Grish. Grish gave me, hang on. Grish gave me a shout out in Jackie's breakout video, like when he called in to Jackie St. Germain's live stream. And he's like, shout out to True Crime Wifey because she said that there was no fence there back, in 2014. So this was recorded this morning.
Okay, this video is kind of for Grish. Okay, you see the house with the red roof. See this, the yellow sign? That's the speed hump sign. Okay, this black fencing was not here a decade ago. Okay, that speed hump sign is the speed hump in question. Let me show you guys. Actually, I did another video before, and it's on my channel. It's about a minute, I think a minute 15 seconds or something. And I'm in the same spot, and there's actually a car that had run out of gas. See, there's a lady that lady is walking on Trescott. I am behind Ashford. Oh, they even put up more fencing here. This black fencing right there, that wasn't here. It looks like they just added it. Okay. Now look right here. Okay, you see this tree? It's a red roof house. You see that fencing right there? All of this is new. There's literally a pathway right there. Red roof house. They have some sort of, I think it's, they have like a green witch Halloween decoration hanging. So there's the path. Okay. Now I'm gonna go over on Trescott, maybe get out on foot, and then record right there. Okay. Another thing is, I keep looking around. Sorry. Okay. So here's the drainage ditch, and this was not this steep back then. Wow. Okay. There's a lot of like all this brown hay. But let's see. I'll show you. Right. That's the back of Dan Markel's house. No, right there. Okay, that was not a good idea. Okay. So right there, that's that pathway that goes all the way to McCord. I'm going to go over there for a second.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I am computer challenged and I apologize. I know I don't know how to crank it up, and now I'm trying to find where my video is that I was just playing. Okay. It's fine. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing this. And then I need to see if I have any. Okay. Here is, okay, I'm going to have to download it. Now, thank you for being here, Daz. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know how to turn that volume up. I just have like a laptop, but I was showing, okay. So there is a theory, right? This is Grish's theory that Wendy was actually there, not only on Thursday, the day before the shooting, but also on Friday when the shooting occurred. And that she was wearing the owl t-shirt. And when Luis Rivera posted the owl picture, he was basically sending her a message of sorts, like, I saw you. Well, there was a direct little pathway from Ashford to that speed hump where Wendy would have been crouched down, if you will, possibly. This is Grish's theory, okay? And I know he's going to do a video on it, but he kind of let the cat out of the bag when he called into Jackie St. Germain's live stream a few days ago. And then she took that part of the live stream and then she broke it out into a 25-minute video or so when Grish is discussing what his theory is. And then she also added clips like with Luis's proffer, Katie Magbanua's testimony during Charlie's trial, and then also some of the jail calls. So in her video, that 25-minute breakout video from her live stream that she did a lot, she's very talented in regards to videos and editing. But the link to her video is in the description of this. Okay. So now, I did have another video in between this, but I will actually talk over and tell you what's going on. Is my volume okay now? Daz, thank you for being here. Yeah, I had another one in between, but because I guess your iCloud doesn't update until overnight, I'm having to like email them and mail drop them. Okay, so this next video is me walking from McCord Park all the way up to Trescott. And then I'm going to walk on Trescott and go to where that red roof house is. Oh, hang on. I'm not sharing. Sorry. Oh. Just give me 1 second. Where is it? Okay, got this. Oh, I apologize. There is a small plane nearby. Oh my gosh. Wait, okay, hang on. I don't know what is going on with StreamYard right now. Hang on. Oh geez. Okay, something is playing in the background and I cannot figure out where it is. Oh Lord. Where are we? Oh, okay, so something is playing in the background and I can't figure out where it is to close it. Jeez, Louise. So I can hear it, but I don't know if anyone else can. Oh, jeez. Hi, Jibs. I'm having technical issues. I cannot figure out where something's playing in the background of my computer. I don't know why. I cannot figure this out. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. Okay, I have closed out everything. Oh, geez. This is a hot mess. Where is that at? Okay. All right, I'm going to try this again, even though it's somewhere in the background somewhere. I don't know how or why. I'm hoping that I've closed it. So I am going to present this. Okay. And I really can't do anything about the volume.
Okay, I've never shown this perspective. See the kimono dragon? Okay, there's a lot of
I hope you guys
little
can hear
sketch
it. And if you can't, I
in
can
this.
actually
I'm
just
in
mute
McCord
it and then
Park.
speak.
I don't think I've ever recorded this part, but I'm gonna instead of making a right up here where like the little bridge is, I'm gonna keep going straight and show you how it comes right out at Trescott. I mean, there's actually I've seen a lot of people out here today, like even like behind Ashford, in the park to park little walk. I am trying to keep a lookout. Like I don't have anything for protection. And listen, I just say that because in my experience, if you're in the middle of the woods, well, this isn't really the middle of the woods, but I'm just saying.
Can you guys hear anything?
If you're ever in the middle of the woods and you see a random person, that's more dangerous than seeing a wild animal.
Okay.
Okay. So
I'm about to explain that in my previous videos, where I record the path all the way up to the back of Dan Markel's former home and Ashford, I usually turn right there.
someone's fishing.
But now I'm going. This man was out here fishing.
Good morning. How are you? Catch anything? Yeah, I think that those birds probably get a majority of them. You too. Hi. Good morning.
Okay, so I'm explaining that there's people out there and they're jogging and working out, and I'm not trying to record them. The man's fishing. But this is the McCord Park, and the path leads all the way up to Trescott. Hi, baby doll. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I don't watch STS, you guys. The last time I watched STS was really when Rash Bomb was on. I get what he's trying to do. Yeah, I mean, Joel is doing a very successful job over there. I just think that he'll do, I think sometimes there's like drama effect of certain things, and then there's another side here. Baby doll. So baby doll, this is what's going on. I do have it on mute. Like I'm like, I probably walked like maybe about 3 miles or so this morning. So by the time I'm recording this, like I sound like huffy puffy. It's so funny.
This is
so
Trescott and Blythe. Okay.
Okay, now I'm gonna walk
north. They're renovating this house. With a portalette outside. Jeez.
Okay, I am going to mute this part because it was really loud, and there's several renovations. Actually, the Geiger's home is being renovated. So whenever I'm approaching people, I put my camera down because, I don't really want to be recording them. I'm just trying to be nice. Yeah, baby doll. So it's been like 60 in the morning, but then by the afternoon, it's like all the way up to 92, 93. Like that's when like people get like those summer colds. Hi, Beach Bomb. Yeah, so this is kind of for Grish. Like I have other videos on my channel that I recorded like a year ago, a little over a year ago, where I'm showing that drainage ditch behind Dan Markel's house. Because there is a theory, I don't know if you guys watch Grish's channel. The link to his channel is in the description of this video. And then the link to Jackie St. Germain's channel is in this video, as well as the 25-minute video that she created from her live stream when Grish called in about the owl connection. And I didn't ask her if I could play that. I would love to play it, but I didn't ask her if I could. So yeah, and he has well, I've been watching Grish since he started making Wendy TV series, and him and Leo Helmer, he's got a channel. It's called Leo now, but it used to be called 544 Camp Street. They did live streams like probably about a year and a half ago or so. So I know like Grish has like, based upon him talking about himself, I do think like he understands how like the criminal element thinks, if that makes sense. Possibly Beach Bum. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna hang on. Oops. Guys, you gotta make sure I do not. Now I can't find. Okay. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna rewind it just for 1 second.
The Geiger's house.
Okay, the Geiger's house right there, and then I'm approaching Dan's house. That's their mailbox right there. That brick,
like really large bay window in front of their house. Right there's the Markel home, the former Markel home.
So I'm explaining that that's the Markel home. There's a lot of noise going on. There's construction. And I'm going to go up to the next speed hump where there's a path, or used to be a path. It's all fenced off now. There used to be a pathway.
There's a man coming, like walking.
This is so fun. Like
So I am going to point it down for a second, but I'm.
Yeah, and I say so. As I get closer to the gentleman who's walking, like coming toward me, like I realize that he is the father of one of my kids' classmates. So like we actually like speak for a second. So I'm gonna mute that part. Okay, here's the speed hump. And if you watched my video before, I was showing the red roof house that's across the street. There's a red roof. There's the green faced witch Halloween decorations. So I'm going to show you guys where the pathway used to be. And I'm not trying to show anybody's house. No, Beach Mom, it's not the same, Mrs. Parks, because that, I think you're talking about Chris Parks. I think that they live in like New Zealand or Australia. Hey, Murder, how are you doing? Yes, yes. Oh, hang on real quick. I'm just trying to go back. Let me take myself off mute. So I'm explaining here. Okay. So you see this brick, this little brick wall. Okay. That's been there for a long time. But let me just go back 10 seconds. But all of this fencing is new, or, newer than a decade ago. So used to be a pathway. There used to be a pathway right here where this brick wall is that went all the way through to the back. And there was a little drainage ditch, but you could just hop over it because it's been dug out at least like 9 to 12 feet since. Well, that occurred in between June of 2021 and June of 2022 is when that large project happened on Benton Road, that drainage ditch that, flows now. It was an anti-flooding project. So all of the flood water, rainwaters, they flood now into the McCord Pond. Oh my. Oh, well, I can't figure out how to okay. Sorry, I could not figure out how to escape that. Okay. Okay, thanks, Beach Bum. I don't know if they knew that cut through. The point that Grish was trying to make is that Wendy was in that cut through. Because Wendy is wearing the owl t-shirt, and the way that Luis Rivera communicates, and he's he's basically told, yeah, I really wish I could show Jack. But you guys, Jackie's video is her breakout video from her live stream, Jackie St. Germain. It is in the description of this live. And Grish calls into her live stream, and then he talks about the owl connection. But he basically says that Luis Rivera sees Wendy on that Friday as well. Like not only on Thursday, but he sees her also on Friday. And that's why he posts the owl picture, because it's a message like, I saw you. But he does a whole series on Wendy TV, right? It's his theory, it's his speculation, but it's really creative. Yes. Baby Doll says, I think Wendy did have a burner, that she was communicating with Siggy and that Katie was faux show stealing the money. Yes. Makes a lot of sense of why Katie seemed all over the place when she opens her mouth. Oh, let me mute. There's a hot rod coming by my. I'm muting it for a minute. There's a hot rod. Hold up. Like, I seriously do not know what that person's doing. Like, there are people like walking in my neighborhood this morning, and that person is just driving like a fool. It's like a souped up, what is that? What are they? The little Nissan Z something or another, the little sporty cars. Okay, we can discuss. Baby Doll, my only hang up with Grish is during the summer where Dan and Wendy 1 week on and 1 week off, as opposed to during the school year having. I think that they continued the 1 week on, 1 week off in the summer. But remember, Dan went out of town. July 1st and then returned on the 11th. So Wendy at the same time had the boys down in South Florida. She left on the 30th of June and didn't come back until the 11th, when Dan was coming back into town from New York and he picked up the boys for his week. That was a Friday, the 11th. Now, whenever the other had the children, I'm sure that they basically arranged that Wendy would have them for 2 weeks and then he would come back and get the children for his week. And whenever they were both in town and one had the children, they always got the children during the other parent's week on Wednesday night. So that's what was so strange about the July 6th text from Wendy to Dan, because she texted him like, are you going to be in town the 14th through the 18th? Can I have the kids on the 16th? Well, she was already going to have the children per the custody agreement. She was already going to have the children on Wednesday, the 16th. Let's see. If Katie confessed that she was stealing money, Latin Kings and Associates would be waiting for her, maybe even Jessica, Louise' baby mama. No shortage of people who would have had it out for her. Well, yeah, and, Jibs brought this up to me, and it's probably going to take me forever to find it. Oh, I do have the file. But let me just say this. I believe it's in, is it in Katie's PC affidavit? I'm trying to remember. Oh, gosh. There is somewhere, and I cannot remember if it's like the police report, the probable cause affidavit, but there's an indication that Katie Magbanua was afraid of Luis, like maybe getting some pressure from him. It's subtle. You know what? I can probably find it. Yeah, and during the summer, then like certain things are flexible, especially if he's going out of town and she's going out of town for extended times, during, a normal divorce. No, they weren't. They were not involved in the unaliving. However, Luis is still, hardcore gangster. And if King Tato is having beef with someone, it probably wouldn't be too difficult for him to bring them in if he needed to. I don't know. Yeah, this case is crazy. Yeah, and this is what I like about the community. Like, we can all. Yeah, Monroe. I know. I'm sorry. I do not mean to be ignoring anyone. I mean, not ignoring you, but missing the chat. Yeah, and I did that drive like from the roadway in to Dan's house. I just uploaded it to my channel, I think last week at some point. But this is really, discussions and trying to figure things out. I know I'm trying to see, I did actually another video, but like they were not downloading appropriately. And now, and I have something open in the background. I just don't know where it is. It's fine. So do you guys want me to play? Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can do Thank You, Murder by Maestro. I appreciate it. I'm trying to learn. I'm very self-aware that I am not a videographer or a professional YouTuber. Let me see if I can find. Okay, I don't want to get I totally get sidetracked. Let me see if I can find. Oh, wait, I do have one more. Did I do that? Okay, I do have one more video that I took this morning. I'm gonna see if the mail drop works. But yeah, okay, so while I don't want to be lagging, but while I'm trying to see if I can mail drop that video, I am going to I'm going to show you guys the roadway into Trescott Drive. Now, you have to forgive me, okay? I talk to traffic. I feel like I'm talking to people. There's like a squeaky noise. That's the bike rack on the back of my car. So annoying. Okay, trying. Where is that? Hold on, sorry. Okay. Okay. No, it was only, well, the only reason why I did that walk this morning is because you can't like park on Trescott and then get out on foot, because there's no like, there's no off the road. You'd have to like pull into someone's driveway. And I figured the best way for me to get on foot out at Trescott was to park at McCord Park. So what Grish was trying to explain on Jackie St. Germain's live stream, and then she broke it out into a 25-minute video where she's adding the clips of evidence that when he's discussing his owl theory. Okay. And he's going to be doing a video on it. He just kind of let the cat out of the bag on the live stream. But he believes, or his theory is that Lewis saw Wendy both on Thursday and Friday on Trescott. And that the reason why Luis posted an owl picture is because he saw Wendy crouched down in the area that I just showed you, right where that speed hump is, where there's a pathway, and it's like one or two doors down from Dan Markel's house. So there was a pathway from Ashford apartments to Trescott, like where that little drainage ditch is, but there is like a clear path. And the fencing of the house next to where that little brick fence is, none of that was there a decade ago. All of that is new. None of the black fencing on the back side is there. And there's also an hour window when Wendy doesn't do anything on her personal phone. When you look at Wendy's phone records, there's an hour window between, I think it's 10:24 a.m. and 11:22 a.m., if I remember correctly, and this is on the 18th. Basically, Luis, who, is supposed to be in cahoots with Sigfredo, is not getting all of the information from Sigfredo about this hit. Okay, and that's like a big no-no, apparently, like when you're criminals and you're doing something like this, okay? So Tato, Luis, saw Wendy after the shooting when he hit that speed hump. She's wearing the owl shirt. So as a signal, he posts it on Instagram. Because the day before, well, and Grish explains this really well on Jackie's Live. But the day before on Thursday, when Luis says that he sees Wendy in the rearview mirror, and he's like, "Hey, who's that?" Sigfredo answers, "That's Wendy." And Luis says, "Well, what is she doing up here?" Meaning, why is she here while we're scoping out the joint the day before? And the real answer should be, well, I don't know. But because Sigfredo says, well, she's just trying to make sure that we're getting this done, that because Sigfredo has an answer, that lets Luis know that he's not being provided all of the information. And we do know that during the June trip, right, Sigfredo Garcia rents a silver Nissan Altima. He gets a speeding ticket like less than an hour after renting the silver Nissan Altima during the June. This is June 2nd. He has to take that car back and get another car. And then that's when they ended up with a light blue, silvery blue Hyundai. And I think it's a Sonata. It might be an Elantra. I don't know. can't remember. I don't have my notes. I could get my notes real quick. So Sigfredo never tells Luis about the speeding ticket that he got in June and then has to, return the car. Hi, Aristotle. Thanks for joining. I'm running through my mind that Luis said he saw Wendy because Luis himself was watching Wendy at Yardbird, right? Yeah, Luis and Sigfredo were in the were on the street in a vehicle watching them eat. But remember, Luis said that that Sigfredo was there watching. Well, this is how I portray it when he talks about this in his proffer. That Sigfredo is so hung up on Katie, he's losing his mind that Katie is dating the dentist. That's how Luis says it. So I don't know if Luis was even paying attention to Wendy. I don't know how far they were sitting from the Yardbird, if he could actually, see facial features or whatnot. Yeah, they tried to play that down. Yeah. Yeah, and Jeffrey Lacasse was at that dinner too, but in what I believe happened, because I'm pretty sure he was not in on the planning. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but probably when he goes to the bathroom or something, he excuses himself from the table, right? Men don't go to the bathroom together. It's not uncommon if Katie wanted to excuse herself that Wendy would go, right? Girls do that, but men wouldn't. So if Jeffrey excused himself and went to the restroom, that might be when Katie, Charlie, and Wendy discuss things. Beach Bum says, yeah, Wendy is done. I hope so. Oh my gosh. I already said I think that she'll be arrested before October 9th, but that's just kind of my wishful thinking, because it would be Dan's 52nd birthday on October 9th. I just wonder if Luis just mixed up the day he saw Wendy on Trescott. Maybe it was the day they parked at the apartments and walked through the ditch, maybe near this old path walkthrough. Well, yeah, but I guess the point of Grish's, which is probably going to be Wendy Part 9, Wendy TV Part 9. He has not created the video yet, but he's working on it. But he called into Jackie St. Germain's live stream and basically said that the owl connection is because Luis saw her in that owl t-shirt, and that he put up an owl picture on his Instagram, basically saying, I know what you did last summer type thing. Or hey, I know what you did. I just saw you. And I know, I know I'm kind of messing up the explanation. Grish's videos actually explain a lot of things. But again, it's his theory, guys. It's, don't get confused. He doesn't have WhatsApp. He does not have specific evidence of WhatsApp or anything like that. Because I did hear people, or not hear, I did see people in chats a year ago when he was putting out the video saying, hey, Grish has the WhatsApp data. But no, that he doesn't. He's speculating, and he's telling you how things should go when a criminal operation is happening. And that because it didn't happen when it's supposed to, that Wendy basically took it into her own, into her own hands, if you will, and through burner smartphones actually started communicating with Sigfredo outside of the others. And that's why Charlie's confused, Katie's confused. So yes, Wendy was wearing an owl t-shirt during her interview at the police station. Yes, she was. But the point of Grish's theory is that the reason why like the owl doesn't have anything to do with like it, you know, it like Tuto or Tato, meaning owl in Espanol. Grish says that it's is it buho or boo? It's buho. It's like buho. So it's not, you know, the symbol of death. It's just that Luis saw her like crouched down near the crime scene when the crime happened. And that's why Luis put that photo up. Like, kind of like, I got you, I saw you. Yeah. Right. Yeah. And the only thing I do differ, the only thing that I would say, like when if you watch Jackie's video and she actually shows everyone what Wendy was wearing that day, you know, like the picture of her at the police station, I would guess that Wendy was actually wearing tennis shoes. If she went through that path to be there, and if it's, you know, if it's true that she was actually there on like when it happened, like making sure it was happening, she would have been wearing tennis shoes, not those little flat shits that she's wearing at the police station. Yeah, that's totally possible. Yeah, you guys, this is just his theory. The only reason why I did this live today is because like I've emailed back and forth with Grish. He gave me a shout out on Jackie St. Germain's live, which is in the breakout video. So that was really nice of him. But he's seen my other videos that I've taken of the drainage ditch. They're uploaded on my channel. I did that like a year ago, or a little over a year ago. And I'm explaining in there that a lot of that fencing and everything was not there a decade ago. Like all of that entire drainage ditch and the big culvert, like all of that was built between 2021 and 2022. So yeah, this is just his theory. But the reason why I did these videos is because I told Grish that I would go and like, I would, you know, kind of zoom in and show where that path is. And then I would go around to Trescott and then show where that speed hump is that leads to that path. Because one of the videos I did a year ago, and actually this one is only, we'll get back to the roadway in 1 second. But this one is only 1 minute and 15 seconds. And I'm actually behind Ashford near the drainage ditch when I took this video. And there's a car here. Sorry, hang on. I need to rewind it and set it. And then at the beginning of this live stream, I showed the video of the pathway that I recorded this morning. But let me show you this first real quick, and then I'll get back to that other one, just in case everybody came in late. And I thank you everyone for being here. Aristotle, J for DM, Beach Bum, Baby Doll, Murder by Maestro was here. Jibs was here a while ago. Okay. Okay, now I'm just going to show perspective. See the red roof? Can you see this black fencing? This, of course, was not here before. Red roof. I'm not shining in anybody's backyard. Sorry. But you see the red roof? Yeah, and by the way, you see that car right there? We just passed her a couple minutes ago. She ran out of gas.
like right near the
See? And here's that culvert. Sorry. Gonna do that. There's that. There's that little drain hole. And this is what it would have looked like before the culvert was built. But yeah, a lady ran out of gas almost in front of the Markel home on Trescott. And I was going in the opposite direction. I asked her if she needed any help. She said someone was on the way. Okay, and now I'm going to share what I did at the beginning of, let's see, here we go. This was the view I took this morning before, and I have not uploaded this onto my channel because whatever. This is basically like an eye drop movie at this point because it hasn't uploaded into my iCloud. I'm going to show you guys this. It's the same view.
okay, this video is kind of for Grish.
And I know you can't hear me, and I apologize. I have it all the way up.
You see the house with the red roof.
So that's the same view.
Sign, that's the speed hump sign. Okay, this black fencing was not here a decade ago. Okay. That speed hump sign is the speed hump in question. Let me show you guys. Actually, I did another video before, and
here, I'll just mute it and talk over it while we're watching it. So I'm showing the red roof. There's a huge oak tree right there. And in a second, I'm going to walk and I'm going to show you guys the pathway. And all of this black fencing is new. They've even added additional fencing right there from a year ago, but unless it was there, I don't know. Okay, so you see that wood fence. Okay, see that tree? I'm just gonna. Okay, there's that brick wall. You guys see the path right past here? Like right past that little like chicken wire fencing. Okay, that's new. Well, less than a decade old, if you will. And that's where that speed hump is. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I cannot wait until we find out what kind of evidence is in Wendy's trial. It's going to be nuts. Okay, so that's basically in this video. Took this morning. That's the pathway. All of that was not there. And this drainage ditch was like 9 to 12 feet shallower a decade ago. So it would have had some water in it, or some flood runoff or whatever in it, possibly, but it wouldn't have been that deep. And there's possibly, so this is another point of it. The Mrs. Parks, who lived in Ashford, said that she, like, when she saw the green Prius on the news, She calls TPD and she reports that she saw a similar looking vehicle with two dudes get out. They went to the back behind Ashford. And then when she saw them returning to their car, one of them was holding something black in his hand and one of them was wet from like the waist down. Yeah, so let me stop sharing that. I'll answer some of the chat. No, I don't think so. So Baby Doll says when Wendy having to admit that she said that she didn't like or love Dan when she got married to him. How do you think the boys feel about that? I know the boys could cling to the mother, but I'm not seeing that. I don't know. I don't know what they know. I mean, I have to believe that they're critical thinkers. But I don't know what they've seen. They could. But they, you know, it's a defense mechanism that you know, that she's their only parent. I mean, they probably were close with Donna and Harvey. It seems like Donna was doing a lot of the rearing in Miami. You know, they might just think that it's a huge conspiracy against them. I don't know. Yes. Yeah, if yeah, I'm not super well. I'm not going to do that here, but thank you for the suggestion, Elar. Cuz I'm on my laptop, I only have like the little mouse. But yeah, I took a, let me see if I can share that. I took a photo. Let's see. I took a photo when I was there. Let me see. It's in my post. I don't know if you can share a post. I'll try to figure it out. But I took a photo. Okay, here's, oh, I wonder if I can share it. Okay, let me see if I can do that. Hold up. And thank you guys for being patient with me. I'm still learning and I just really have like my little laptop. I wouldn't want to put any of this stuff on like our home computer. Oh, let me see. Like, can you guys see? Okay, I know it's super. I don't know how to make posts like large. But hold on. So, okay, this is Dan Markel's house. Excuse me. This is Dan Markel's house. And it is under a different name. I wonder, oh yeah, I took a couple. Hold on. Okay. Back here, right here is where that drainage ditch is, right? Let's see. Here's Trescott. Here's the house. You got right here where all these woods are. See, here's the speed hump right here where all these thick trees are. That's the big oak tree. That's a pathway. And if you look here, and I apologize, I don't know when I got like, well, I don't know what date the Google Earth image was when I was there. But if you see this right here, it's actually the construction of that culvert going on. So this probably would have been in like 2021, early 2021, because they built that culvert first before they dug out the rest of the ditch. Let me see what you're saying. Thank you. Thanks, Beach Bum. I appreciate you guys. I know I have to have a sense of humor about it because I mean, I'm not really a computer person. You guys, when I went to college, this is funny. Like, I didn't even have a cell phone until after I was married. And when I went to college, and it was not, I mean, okay, it was in the 90s, but I didn't even have my own personal computer until I think after I was married. Like, I would go to the library and use the computers, but I had an English teacher that actually accepted handwritten papers. Yeah. So I'm hoping, let me see if that was ever delivered, because I did try to, oh, no, still don't have it. Okay. Yeah, I think that the iCloud doesn't update until like overnight. So yeah, I tried to send stuff on it, and I have something open somewhere, some movie, some iMovie open somewhere in the background. I don't know where it is. Yeah, I learned how to do research on the Dewey Decimal System. There was no Google. Yeah, I mean, and I would have to either go to the library, and you'd have like the floppy disks, but these were the hard floppy disks, not like the first floppy disks. I think when I was in like 3rd grade, my elementary school got a computer for the entire school, and it was like one computer in the media center, which was, I'm sure, of course, they had computers in like the offices and everything. Yeah, my mom used to get like encyclopedias like every year. But yeah, Dewey Decimal System. Yeah, it's so funny. It's so crazy how much technology has just blossomed in the past 30 years. Just the past 30 years. So if you guys have not checked it out, look in the description of this video and check out Jackie St. Germain's channel and Grish's channel. And then also I put a link to Jackie St. Germain's breakout video that she edited and did, and added a whole bunch of stuff. She's very talented. When Grish called into her live stream, that was several days ago. Yeah, probably almost a week ago, because when Patty and I, like, we did a very hard trivia, but for her members only on Sunday evening, and Jackie came in, and then when I went to her channel later, I believe she had done that live stream 2 days before, and it was 3+ hours long, but I do appreciate that she broke out that part with Grish, because and when I did these videos, I actually like had I had made a comment under one of his videos saying, hey, check out my channel. I made a video for you. But he said he never saw it. But I think back then my YouTube comments were set to, like, you know, be deleted after like a month or 3 months or something. So Beach bum. I know, it's so funny. I actually started another list and I have about 15 new ones. Yeah. Oh, Beach Bum, those Nokia phones that, oh my gosh, I remember the Nokia phones. Remember how long the battery would last? You wouldn't have to charge it for like 2 weeks at a time. It was like the big, like the standard, like large clunky one. And it probably weighed like, you know, at least a pound or more. Yeah, that's why I use True Crime Wifey, because I didn't get a phone until my husband and I, probably about a year after we got married. We got cell phones. We were living up here in Tallahassee. And he programmed the number of my cell phone into his cell phone as Wifey. So yeah, that's where my name comes from, because he's kind of called, yeah, you know, we have like little nicknames for each other, but one of his nicknames for me has always been Wifey. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Was it just Rabbit? Okay. Yeah, I think I started, like, I feel like I found out about Grish when he was probably on Wendy TV 2, maybe 3. It was one of those, but yeah, and then I was like, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait till he comes out with another one." Yeah, okay. I remember, yes, I remember that you were just Rabbit. Did you, oh, let me ask. So you said you changed your chat. Like, was it ever Thumper or no? Mm-hmm. Kind of going back through here. Let me stop sharing that. Okay, so I'm sorry. Yes, I got sidetracked. I was going to play the roadway, and I can't, you guys, in the video, and this is a shout out to Rebecca Ross. She, like, right after I had posted it, and I call it the Roadhouse Inn while I'm recording the video. It's Roadway, and it's spelled Rodeway, Roadway Inn. But I titled my video like Roadhouse Inn, and Rebecca's like, "Isn't it Roadway?" I was like, "Oh, geez." Thanks, Beach Bomb. Have a good day. Well, and Baby Doll, if you just found him, I hope you've watched the entire series. Yeah. I hope you watched the entire series. It's very good. Okay, well, Aristotle, I've been seeing you for a minute in these chats for, gosh, probably almost 2 years. Because I didn't start making any comments in chats until maybe, I can't remember if it was before Charlie's trial or during Charlie's trial. Because many years ago, right, like 2019, like I ended up kind of getting out, like there was like, the YouTube true crime drama channels. So a lot of them were like, I guess, popping up over, the Chris Watts case, the Summer Wells disappearance. It's just like lots of drama. And I wasn't getting recommended videos of like real true crime people. But I'd always watch, like once Deep Dive True Crime Mentor Lawyer started posting stuff on his channel about the Dan Markel murder, I definitely was watching him. I didn't know anything about FF, KCL, and not the nice girl KCL that's real name is Carrie, but like not her, the other one, Kathy Monkman. Like I didn't know that any of those people were doing like YouTubes. So. Oh. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened, Aristotle. Okay. Okay, I'm getting to the roadway in. This is so this is going to be the route, what I believe the route that Tuto and Tato took from where they stayed on North Monroe Street. This is the second attempt, because the first attempt they actually stayed at a budget inn on Tennessee Street, and it's no longer a budget inn if the building is even still there. But the second trip, this is the route that they took to go from Roadway Inn to okay. I'm just gonna, sorry, I know I'm sharing that like that, but let me. Okay, I am on North Monroe Street. Hang on, let me make the screen. Okay. There's Bojangles. Here is Clarion. I'm gonna turn in there, but I'm only gonna do like a loop and then I'm gonna get out of there. Oh, okay. There's the old Super China buffet. This is where, oh, Lord have mercy. Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah, sketch. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of make a little circle. Yeah, and I'm not gonna get trapped. See, there's like fencing. So this is what used to be the Roadhouse Inn, where Garcia and Rivera stayed. Now it's called Clarion. I mean Roadway. Oh. Okay. No judgment. Hey, Deb H. See, it says Clarion. Oh, I'm done. There's the front of it. Okay. All right. As always, forgive the amazing recording camera skills that I have. Okay, I'm going to keep going for a minute. Okay, so I'm headed south on North Monroe Street. So that's where they lived. I'm sorry, that's where they stayed when they were here. I'm going to go to Trescott from here. And I need to be very careful because people drive crazy. That squeaky noise is a bike rack on the back of my car. Okay, over on my left, used to be where the Tallahassee Mall was. I think that they call it the center now. I don't even know. Yeah, the center. If you are coming to stay for the trial, you don't want to be in this area. You don't want to be staying at a hotel in any of these areas. If you want breakfast, do not go to that IHOP there on the left. It's super sketchy. There's always like 2 or 3 cars in the parking lot. Lots of pickup orders coming out of that kitchen, if you know what I mean. Like a different type of DoorDash delivery. Okay, I am going to be turning left up here. This is MLK to the right, and it's Bradford Street to the left. I'm making it through the light. North Monroe. Okay, so in 2014, Bradford Street, well, it's still today in 2025, Bradford Street turns into Benton. But in 2014, you could turn left onto. No, just Rabbit, not B Rabbit, just Rabbit. I'm answering you, Deb H. And you guys, I'm kind of bummed when I'm driving behind this huge transit van because at one point I'm a little closer and you can't really see like the prettiness of the road. There's a lot of canopy roads in Tallahassee. Before they were going to, or before they said that they would, have it completed. So it was closed in June of 2021 and reopened in June of 2022. And this light up here is Meridian. If I were to turn left on Meridian and keep going for many, many, many miles, not many, probably, I think it's maybe about 12 miles or so on Meridian, and then you enter in Georgia. Guys, Tallahassee is very close to the Georgia line. Oh, might be a little bit further. Sorry, and I think Rebecca Ross says that it is 12 miles, so I wasn't too far off. 12 to 15, I think she said. Oh, and real quick, once you cross into Georgia, I think it's about another couple of miles. there's a little road to the left called Hadley Ferry. And I guess if you had a house there, it would be considered Cairo. But right when you turn left on Hadley Ferry, less than a quarter mile is Jackie Robinson's birthplace. So we visited there several times, my husband and I. Now we'll be fast forwarding this part. Oh, yeah, make the light. People drive like fools. After this, I am going to record where Red Eye Coffee Shop is. That is where Wendy and Jeffrey had a date. That is not where Jeffrey saw her with Daniel Sack. That coffee house was called All Saints, and it's in a whole different area. It's actually over by the university. Yeah, so right now I was actually talking because everybody thinks that Red Eye is where Jeffrey sees Sack and Wendy, but no, it was All Saints Coffee. It was a whole different one. I did a video on that as well. Okay. We are coming up onto Thomasville Road. And if this big transient van, this big transit van was not in front of me this entire time, I'd be able to see more stuff. These things are huge. Okay, we're coming up on Thomasville Road. Right there's the ABC liquor store. The one where Wendy got her bolete. I'm crossing over Thomasville Road, and right here, I forgot that you could actually turn left because they've built all these little medians, little half medians all along Benton Road. And that would have been in between 21 and 2022 when they dug out and built the huge culvert and made that drainage ditch much deeper than it was in 2014. Fell. So right there's the Benton Road sign and Trescott. Hey guys. And there's like major construction going on. There's like some sort of piping. Look, I almost hit this sign. There's some major construction up here. Wow. Great. 2116 is a little bit down the road, but I am going to end this. Yeah, so that was roadway into Trescott. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to be honest. I'm staying away from any channel where people are out of their minds. Any discussion of like violence or, psychopathic behavior, I'm staying away from those channels. I'm not into that. I don't like that at all. It's highly offensive. I mean, in the climate that we live in, I'm like, no. Thank you. Yeah, there's a lot of Spanish moss. Don't touch it. Mites live in it. the GJ? Oh, I don't know what GJ is. The GJ meeting this week. I don't know what that is. Oh, I'm still trying to figure out. Oh, can you guys not hear me anymore? Oh, well, they meet all the time. Grand jury, thank you. They meet all the time, so I don't know. I almost would. Well, I don't know. I feel like there might already be something under seal, but I don't know. Because there's a lot of other cases in Tallahassee. Like there's shootings a lot in Tallahassee. It's just contained usually on the south side. Now there have been, of course, murders like such as Dan Markel's, Samira Frash, that was in Golden Eagle, a gated community. Their husband, Dr. Frash. Another guy, Purse. Oh, no, I'm gonna get his name wrong. Is it Pursh Patel? And that murder trial is also on Mentor Lawyers page or channel. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I know I'm trying to really pay attention to whether I'm muted or not. And whenever I see like my little icon, moving when I speak. Okay, so I want to encourage everybody to go over to Jackie St. Germain's channel and watch her 25-minute breakout video from her live stream where Grish calls in. Go to Grish's channel. Both of their channels are in both of their channel links are in the description of this video, as well as Jackie's video link that she did a few days ago when Grish called in. And thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate it. I know it probably took me a little bit to get started. I did take another video or two. However, I'm unable to get it to mail drop. I have a mail drop somewhere open in the background of this laptop and I can't find it. So there's like some mishaps, but I'm trying to get better. There's one. Oh, this is funny. I'll go, hang on real quick. There's one video that I did, and it's so funny because, well, I did a live stream and I was trying to explain like where Roadhouse was. And it's a couple seconds less than an hour, but I literally cannot get any video going until like the 38-minute mark. So embarrassing. Oh. Yeah, I also at the request of John Smith, I did a video driving from 3303 Aqua Ridge Way to Mosaic. And it was like 7 minutes. Well, I'm sorry. I think that my trip said it would be 7 minutes, and I think it took me 10. Because I did go during kind of a high traffic time, like after school and like lots of people in that neighborhood. Okay, well, thank you all for being here. And I believe I said hello to everybody who came in. If I missed you, I'm sorry I missed you. trying to get a little bit better with all of this. Oh, and before I go, I definitely want everyone to see this. Tomorrow is a really big day for Allison Galvani. She is going to be having a video meeting with San Mateo County's DA, Steve Wagstaff. Here's his email address. And if you guys don't know, Allison Galvani has a channel called My Father's Alibi. And Allison's mother, Nancy Galvani, was murdered by her father in 1982 when Allison was 5 years old. And he was initially arrested, but then the charges were dropped. So he was never prosecuted. And Allison is still seeking justice 43 years after the fact that her mother was murdered by her father. And thoughts and prayers to her. Yeah, thoughts and prayers to her. I believe prayer works, so I've been praying a lot. And I just feel like it's gonna happen. Thank you, Deb H. Yeah, Elar. Yeah, she doesn't have full immunity. Yeah, it's derivative use. Yeah, Georgia is very careful. She doesn't go after her. Like, Georgia has to be careful. But all of the information that they have beforehand and information that they gain outside of Wendy's testimony, I mean, that's all fair game. So, yes, I hope that an arrest for Wendy comes very soon. And I mean, I'm going to be elated, of course, when she gets arrested, but I'm going to be even I'm going to be so curious as to what additional evidence that is not out there yet, because we know that they have more evidence. Well, thank you for joining. I'm going to get off now, and I appreciate everyone for being here. I appreciate you guys having patience with me as I try to navigate my live stream. And until next time, I'll see you guys soon. Have a good day. Bye now.